Okay, today I'm gonna do a sound comparison between new Yamaha Montage m8x with Korg K2700, Roland Fantom 8, the original Yamaha Montage 8, and Korg Nautilus 88 key with the aftertouch. In this comparison, I'm gonna play some piano sounds and compare them together. Then I'm gonna play some synth and pad voices, compare them together. Then we're gonna compare some of the acoustic voices, and then we're gonna compare the keyboard quality, DAW integration, and at the end we're going to compare the build quality, overall build quality, and I'm going to give them a score from 1 to 10 on each comparison and see which one wins. Let's start with the Yamaha Montage m8x. Any sound that you had on the original Yamaha Montage, you have it here on the Yamaha Montage m8x, but any sound that you choose from the original Yamaha Montage has better quality because all the circuitries under the hood has changed. So now you get more crisp and sharper voices. It might not be to notice it during this video comparison, but if you go to any of your local musical stores and be able to play these two keyboards next to each other, and then you will notice this difference. I'm going to start with a CFX concert piano. I'm going to play the same sound on the original Yamaha Montage, and you will see the difference. So as you even might notice during this video, the new Yamaha Montage definitely has crisper and more sharp sound quality. Definitely sound quality has been improved. And also we have some new pianos here. The Hamburg Grand, which is modeled and sampled after the Steinberg, and we have Imperial, which is sampled after the Bosendorfer. These are beautiful pianos too. They have sharper sound quality, of course. And this is a Hamburg Grand. Pianos are very great, and the quality has been improved dramatically. Not that the old Yamaha Montage was bad. This one has much better pianos, and of course when it comes to electronic pianos, they have added some beautiful voices to this one. So these are the pianos on the Yamaha Montage m8x. As far as the rating, I'm gonna give the Yamaha Montage m8x 10 out of 10 on piano sound quality. Now we're gonna play some pianos on the Korg K2700. The Korg has some pretty lush, beautiful piano sounds, but these pianos are some kind of pianos that probably I'm just gonna use as a solo sound, especially when I play a piece in the minor key. This is not a piano that you want to use in any orchestration, because it's just going to be vanished to within any other songs. Of course, you have too many pianos to choose from here. You can of course bump up the higher frequencies to give it a more bump if you are playing the piano with a band or something. We're gonna try the first piano, which is called Bristol piano. You can come here and if you change the view, you can bump up your frequency. Like if I add to the mid frequency and treble gain, I can make it a little bit more sharp, brighter. Overall, I like the pianos on this Korg. It has two beautiful pianos. They're very supernatural. There are more like pianos that you get out of any VST, like a Piano Tech or a Key Escape. So you have more VRM, and they have been sampled this not in a very dry environment, because all the pianos that you sample out of Montage or Fantom is being sampled like in a very dry environment, which I like a lot. But these are more like toward any real piano that you might find anywhere and play with it. It doesn't mean that the pianos are not real on the Roland, Fantom or Yamaha Montage. These are super real pianos too. But some of the pianos that you find on any VSTs or any of these instruments are more exaggerated and even more beautiful than a real piano. But as far as the pianos, this piano is like kind of real soul to it. I mean, I like the pianos on the Corswell. I'm gonna give it 9.6 out of 10. It could be merely because, first of all, as I said, this is the piano that probably most of the piano sounds on this Corswell are the pianos that you're gonna use as solo piano. And the other thing has something to do with the keybed quality, because the keybed on the Yamaha Montage M8X, this new GEX keybed is fantastic. It's supernatural. It's like playing a real piano. It's too snappy, and at the same time that you can feel the way to it, and is easy to play, same as the PHA50 keybed on the Roland Fantom, which is one of the most fantastic real keybeds ever. Now we're gonna play some of the pianos on the Roland Fantom. As I said, the PHA50 keybed is one of the best. It has a wood hammer action. It has a key escape. According to the Roland, the material on this is the kind of material that is going to absorb the humidity. So if you are a musician who sweat a lot, it's going to be easy to play this because it's not going to get slippery. I love Roland Fantom too much, and as you can see, I own two Roland Fantom in 88 key version. It's a fantastic machine, and I like the piano sounds and overall build quality on this Roland Fantom. Let's play this stage grand piano. One of the things that I like, the piano designer on the Roland Fantom, you have too many parameters to design piano to your taste. You can adjust the lid opening, string resonance, damper resonance, key of resonance, cabinet resonance, and even duplex scale. And the other things, you can go to the parameter, and here you can tune each note individually or change the character of each note individually. It's fantastic that you have this much of control over your piano. And of course, you have too many different pianos here. All these pianos that I'm talking about are the V piano from the V piano sound engine that you can design your own piano. You have like a symphony hall, and symphony hall might have like a different character, of course. I like the pianos on the Roland Fantom. I'm gonna give it 9.6 out of 10. So I give it the same score that I gave to the Corswell, is merely because not even you have more control to design your own piano, you have much better keybed, which has something to do with the playing a piano. So we already played the original Yamaha Montage, and you notice the difference. I guess the Yamaha Montage original one, I'm gonna give it 9.5 out of 10. Not that it's a bad piano, but it's definitely not as good as the one that we get on the new one. I'm gonna do a quick comparison one more time between the original Yamaha Montage M8X and the original Montage. As you see, this is definitely has more crystal clear sound quality in comparison with the original Yamaha Montage. Then we come to the beautiful Korg Nautilus with the aftertouch. And this one you have too many large pianos. We have one of the most favorite ones that I like the most is the Italian grand piano. We have three different versions of the grand piano. Italian, we have an Italian grand piano, you have Italian grand studio, and we have Italian dark grand piano. Let's play the Italian grand piano, see how does it sound. And on this one, of course, what I like, you can easily grab the lid, same as the Korg Kronos, and adjust your lid opening, so you can somehow adjust the character of your piano. It's a beautiful bright piano. It has less VRM in comparison with the like a Kurzweil or Fantom, and so to my ears it has less multi-dimensional sound quality, but it's still one of the best pianos. What I like this one had on the Korg PF5X, we have some of these pianos, like we have the same Italian grand piano, but you have a Japanese grand that we don't have it on the Korg Nautilus, and this Japanese grand is definitely sounds great. I wish this was available on the Korg Nautilus, but I guess you can download the expansion for this sound. So I'm gonna give the Korg Nautilus 9.4 out of 10 for the piano sound quality. Now we're gonna do some comparison on synth voices and pad voices. What I like about the Roland Fantom, you can download model expansions for Jupiter 8, Juno 106, JX8B, SH101, and also the Enzyme, which is a next generation sound designing. It's a wavetable sound designing technology, and of course you have the Enzyme sound engine here as well. So overall you get 33 pages if you download all of those model expansions, which are mostly free except the Enzyme. You get 33 pages of just synth sounds, and each page has like 20 sounds. So of course you get like over 600 just synth sounds and the same amount of pad sounds. So you have like just 1400 sounds on your model expansions, and overall you get like 4000 sounds on this machine. And some of these sounds are too large and incredible. I like, of course, if you like all the classic Roland synth voices that are here, having the Roland Fantom with the all model expansions is like having all the history of the Roland here. So overall, I like this pad sounds and synth sounds on the Roland. The quality is incredible, the variety is huge, and it sounds great. So because of this and the Enzyme expansion that I mentioned before, and it's a wavetable technology, and that you can easily, any of the sound that you choose, you can, let me see if I single zone, go to the parameter, and of course on the Enzyme you have too many ways to design your own sounds. And one of the other things that you have on the Roland Fantom, you have direct access to all the filters to tweak your sounds. You can choose to change any parameters either with the knob, or even grab the wave here and do it on the screen. And because of that, I found the Roland Fantom to be a very powerful tool when it comes to the synth sounds and pad sounds. I'm gonna give the Fantom 10 out of 10 because of that matter. Then we have this Kurzweil K2700. Is an incredible keyboard. One of the good things on this is you can layer up to 32 sounds per timbral, and you can have 16 zones. So you get lush sounds and very multi-dimensional pad voices or sound voices when it comes to those type of sounds. And all the pad sounds or synth sounds are beautiful, incredible. One of the other things that you have in comparison with that, the Roland Fantom, you have the very good arpeggio here. Arpeggio on the Kurzweil is much better in comparison with Roland Fantom because you can have different arpeggio on each zone. So you can have 16 different arpeggios, and when you go to the multi mode, some of the sounds when you choose, they have already their own arpeggio here, which makes your sensitive pads to lit up. And when you play, you can, of course, you can change the arpeggio here. And when you get this in the program mode, when you get the A0 and some of these programs, which is like a 700 different programs, and you have this A0, that means you can trigger the backing track drum here just by pushing the first key. And of course you get the arpeggio here too. Very nicely machined, very nicely designed. So arpeggio is much better than Roland Fantom because you can layer up to 16 different ones, and you have this chain sequencer as well. So it's a very impressive machine. The arpeggio here on the Roland, when you change your zone, of course you can layer up to 16 sounds, but when I choose an arpeggio, if I activate the arpeggio on each zone, it's going to be the same arpeggio. So I cannot have different arpeggio for each zone. But of course I have a large variety of arpeggios because when I choose the arpeggio, I have 128 different of arpeggios to choose from, and each arpeggio has different variations and different motifs. So you get up to 650 or 700 different variety of arpeggios. The only way that you can have multi-layer different arpeggios if you go to your pattern and start recording your songs. Of course, for each zone here, when you record, you can have a different arpeggio. And the arpeggio on the Roland on the Montage, of course, it's incredible because you have motion sequencer and motion control. So when it comes to the synth voices and pad voices, I'm gonna give this Kurzweil 9.5 out of 10. Then we have the new Yamaha Montage. The new Yamaha Montage, you have new m8x analog synth engine, which is incredible. And since you have a bi-directional screen here, like this one is from and you get all those warm and large sounds, analog like sounds. So I can change my parameter here, octave here, or anything, and I can have the page jump, have those parameters transfer to here or vice versa. And then when it comes to the arpeggio, of course you can turn the arpeggio on or off here. You can change your arpeggio. You have up to 8 different arpeggios here that you can choose here, or on an arpeggio page, or you can choose it here or by using this knob. So you have multiple ways to change your arpeggios. And of course, when you want to add a drum kit, all you need to do, push the shift button and the rhythm pattern, and you can choose one of these drum kits here. And of course, when they come, they have their own arpeggio built into them, and you can play right here, and you can change the arpeggio here too. One of the things that I wish the Roland, the Yamaha Montage had, I like that layout and everything, ease of access, the workflow, and especially this small oscillator here, oscilloscope here. I wish I could have like a multi-different view, because when I go to the category search, for instance, I can modify my category search here, but I still have one row of sounds that I can choose from, and I can grab this and I scroll down and down or up. I wish it was like Roland. The Roland gives me, like, when I go to any categories, I get like a 2-row. I can change my category here, but I have 2-row, so I have more. I can see more of sounds at a glance to choose from. Or I wish I could have like a search like the old Yamaha Montage. So if you go to categories, says you have like a tile view. So if in the future they can update this to give me some sort of to choose from. So because after I categorize my search, I could change it to have different views, like in 2-row or in tile view. That would be awesome to have that. That's one of the things I wish this machine had. And the other thing that I wish this machine had, I wish this one had the same thing that I have in Roland Fantom. Let's say if I change any parameter here, I cannot I can change, of course, my parameters here, but I cannot grab the wave. I just can use these knobs, which is okay and nice. And of course, because I have a multi-directional, I can push the shift and jump and have this here and do it here too. But I wish it was like Roland Fantom, that I could grab a knob, change my parameter either with the knob or grab it right here on the screen. But I guess maybe in the future they can change this with any updates. So we were talking about this synth voices and pad voices. The original Yamaha Montage had too many beautiful synth voices and pad voices. We have all those here, of course, and because we have now the ANX engine, we have more sounds here, especially on the presets. When you go to the synth section, you have all the synth voices categorized in three different pages: ANX, FMX, and hybrid. So it's nice to have two different synth engines, FMX and ANX to layer. So because of that, I like all the voices here on this one, all the synth voices and pad voices. One of the things that they added to the Yamaha Montage, and I really like, and they added the same feature that we had in the Yamaha Genos. If you have ever worked with Yamaha Genos, which is one of the best arrangers on the market, we have something which is called super articulation technology. So any acoustic sound that you choose here, like a trumpet, saxophone, or even guitar, you can use any of these articulation buttons to give it some effects, but it depends on how you play it. It gives you some sort of real effects, like depends on how I play and which note I choose. It gives you some like a real guitar effects, like a bending or double stop, or if I choose like a sax here, let's choose a saxophone, soft alto sax. Let me see, tenor sax or alto sax. You see, it gives you some sort of effects without the need of using this articulation button, because we have some sort of things similar to that on the PA5X, but most of the time you have to use one of these articulation buttons to give the effects. So we have the same identical acoustic voices that we have on the Genos, on the original Yamaha Montage, but in order to get the effects, we had to use these assignable buttons, whereas just by playing you get that effect. So they have brought the same technology here. Now we have the same articulation expansion here on some of the voices. Let's just this performance from live set, which is called cinematic flutes. It depends on how you play, which note you play, and how hard you push the button to trigger the aftertouch. You can get the same effect. Let's play and see how does it sound. So as you see, depends on which note you play and in which chord progression and how hard you push the key, you get some sort of articulation effect, which is a new thing that you get on this new incredible Yamaha Montage M8X, and I really like it. So as far as the synth voices and the pad voices, I'm gonna give the Yamaha Montage M8X 9.8 out of 10. Then we're gonna go to the acoustic voices. The acoustic voices, when it comes to the acoustic voices, of course, the Yamaha AWM2 technology is the best. That's what we were talking about a few seconds ago, like the articulation sound. So in my opinion, all of the acoustic voices on Yamaha are far better and more natural than any of the other keyboards here. I play some of the acoustic voices on the Genos for you guys, and you have the same kind of sounds here too. The guitars, or let's go to the category search, and I choose the tenor dynamic, and you can use this assignable buttons, of course, to trigger. But even if you play it regularly, the sounds are very incredibly natural to me on the Yamaha Montage, and for that I'm going to give the Yamaha Montage M8X 9.8 out of 10 when it comes to the acoustic voices, and because you have the same articulation technology that you had on the Yamaha Genos, which has been transferred to the Yamaha Montage M8X. Then we're gonna play some of the voices on Roland Fantom. Fantom is okay. I think it's good. The acoustic voices are nice, and of course you can use this like a joystick to trigger some of these features and make it more natural. It's nice. It's not as good as Yamaha, but I guess it's just one step behind the Yamaha. So for that, I'm gonna give the Roland Fantom 9.2 out of 10 when it comes to the acoustic voices. Acoustic voices on the original Yamaha Montage are good. They're identical to the Genos, but as I said, because we don't have the articulation technology, and in order to get some of those natural effects, you have to use the assignable buttons. It's one step behind the Yamaha Montage 8, so I'm just going to give it a 9.8 out of 10. Acoustic voices on the Korg, they're okay. Some of them are nice, like string voices are nice. The electric guitars are good. The sax and the acoustic guitars are not that great, unfortunately. So because of that, you don't have too much of variety, for instance, when it comes to the acoustic guitar. Or if I choose any brass or woodwind, I mean, let me see if I have any fun. Like this is a soft trumpet. It's okay, I guess. I mean, it's not that very fantastic natural, but it's okay. I mean, it's good. For that matter, I'm going to give it 9.2 out of 10. Then we have acoustic voices on the Korg Nautilus 88. I would say they're not that great. Some of them are nice. Of course, the strings are nice, but when it comes to guitars or sax or anything like that, they're too old. They look like any samples that comes out of the Kronos or Oasis. They're far back from early 2000. So I don't find them to be that realistic as what you find on like a Montage or even Roland Fantom. Yeah, they're okay, I guess. I don't put it at the same level that I can put like a Yamaha Montage, because you don't have that much of articulation. You don't have the articulation technology. Matter of fact, the acoustic sounds that you find on the PA5X, which is the Korg latest arranger, super professional arranger, are far better. And you have these assignable switches that you can create some sort of effects. So because of this, I like the sounds on this one are too realistic. I wish we could have the same sound quality on the Korg Nautilus, but yeah, when it comes to the acoustic sounds, Korg Nautilus falls too short, and for that matter, I'm gonna give the Korg Nautilus 9.2 out of 10, almost the same score that I gave to the Kurzweil. Then it comes to the DAW integration. When it comes to the DAW integration, in my opinion, Roland Fantom is the best. You just have push up a button away to connect your DAW. Just push it here, and you have the same screen mirror that you have on your Ableton, so you can easily record and play and edit here. You don't have to reach your computer that much. One of the things that I like about this machine is too visual. Everything is here. We can visually control everything. The workflow is incredible. So on the DAW control, I'm gonna give Roland Fantom 10 out of 10. Then it comes to DAW on the original Yamaha Montage. Yamaha Montage has a very good integration with the Cubase. One of the good things that Yamaha did, they just upgraded now we have the Cubase 13, version 13, that you can upgrade. If you already have a Cubase Pro 12, you can just pay $99 and upgrade to the 13. 13 has much more features than the 12. Dom Segal has a nice video that it gives you information about all the 25 plus features that you get on the new one. I recommend you to go ahead and upgrade your Cubase if you haven't done yet. So on the original Yamaha Montage, in order to go to the connect to the, of course, when you open your Cubase, you automatically get connected to your Montage. You have a Yamaha Montage sync. But if you want to go to the DAW menu and use any other type of DAW, you just had to go to the performance control, go to the remote, and then you have controlled your settings here. On the new Yamaha Montage, they did the same thing that the Roland Fantom has, so you have only push up a button to go to your DAW remote, and that's it. You don't have to dive into any more menus. And of course the Yamaha Montage m8x has a very good integration with the Cubase as well. In terms of DAW, I'm gonna give 10 out of 10 to Yamaha Montage m8x, and original Yamaha Montage, I'm gonna give it a 9.8 out of 10 when it comes to the DAW integration. Now it comes to the overall build quality, to see which one is the best. Original Yamaha Montage was one of the best quality synthesizer workstation of its own time. I never had any problem with it. Has a very nice build quality, very sturdy machine. I'm gonna give the original Yamaha Montage build quality 9.8 out of 10. The new one is almost identical to the old one, but you have far better keyboard. This GEX keyboard is the best keyboard on the market. Very easy to play, has a very good feel to it, and it feels really like a natural piano. I'm gonna give this new one 10 out of 10. And then the other machine that I'm gonna give a very good score to it is the Roland Fantom. Roland Fantom is built like a tank, has this beautiful imposing look, very sturdy machine, and the keyboard is one of the best. This PHA50 is one of the best keyboards on the market right after GEX. So I'm gonna give the Roland Fantom 10 out of 10 when it comes to the build quality. And then we have this Kurzweil. Kurzweil is a nice machine, build quality is good. It's not as good as any Japanese brand. The faders, when you touch them, they're okay, too grainy. The other problem that I have, this keyboard, the Fantom keyboard, is not as good as any other brands. First of all, when you touch these corners, they're too sharp, very sharp. So if you accidentally during fast playing, if you're doing palm swiping when you're playing in the organ, you might, if by accidentally hit your palm, it's not gonna cut, but it's gonna hurt. So that's what I don't like it. Overall, and the other thing is, it doesn't have too much of backlit. Even the older versions of Kurzweil, they had more backlit around like a rotary knob or on the sliders. So in a very dark environment, it's going to be hard to work. I wish at least these knobs had some sort of, not even in the backlit, at least some sort of like a indication. Like this Korg Nautilus, even though it doesn't have any backplate, like the encoder knobs have some sort of painted indication on it, indicator on it, that you can see in dark. But unfortunately on this one, it's really hard to recognize where your knobs are. And the build quality is okay. I mean, it's good, it's sturdy, but it's not as good as any Japanese brand. So when it comes to the build quality, I'm gonna give the Korg probably the least amount of a score, which is gonna be 9.2 out of 10. Then we have the Korg Nautilus with the aftertouch. This is a beautiful machine, very good build quality, made in Japan. I like this side wood panels. You have the aluminum brush. It's good, but it's not as sturdy as, definitely it's not as sturdy as Fantom or Yamaha Montage. So I'm gonna give it 9.5 out of 10. So overall the score comes down to, the winner is definitely, as you might know, it's gonna be the Yamaha Montage m8x. It gets 9.9 out of 10 because of its incredible machine. Has a very good build quality, has a very good sound quality, easy to work with, and has the best keyboard on the market. Right after that comes Roland Fantom. Build quality like a tank, imposing look, especially in 88 key version. Beautiful machine, best keyboard, a large variety of sounds, very easy to work with, fluid-like workflow, I would say, and beautiful and large sounds. I give the Roland Fantom 9.6 out of 10. And the original Yamaha Montage, I'm gonna give it 9.6 out of 10. So it gets almost the same score that the Roland Fantom gets. Merely is because of the super knob and the motion control and motion sequencer. Otherwise, there are some areas that I believe Roland Fantom is better than Montage, original Montage. Then we come to the Korg Nautilus, and Nautilus gets 9.3 out of 10, and the least score goes to Korg, which is 9.28. So it's very close to the Korg Nautilus, and they're pretty much at the same price range, so you could expect that. So this is going to wrap up my review for today. If you had any more questions or comments, or if you're requesting any kind of review you want me to do or comparison, just drop a line under in the comment section, and I will try to take care of it. Thanks for watching this video, and bye.